on another subject, the House is working through the China bill right now.
Yeah.
And there were some amendments that were released last night. There's an effort by some House members to attach guardrails to CHIPS funding, which would mean they wouldn't be able to get U.S. taxpayer dollars while also investing in China. Does the administration have a view on that?
I'm not going to get into any specifics about the negotiations that are ongoing. Certainly the president is eager to sign the competition bill into law. I would also note that Mr. McCarthy made clear he was going to whip against this bill. And let's just think about how ludicrous that is. He is a leader in the Republican House. This is a bill that would help address supply chain issues. It would help make us more competitive with China. It would provide more than $50 billion in funding to ensure there's chips manufacturing here in the United States, which would help, by the way, reduce and prevent inflation over time in an industry where 1/3 of inflationary pressure is coming from, which is the car industry. So there are important discussions happening right now, but the whipping against this legislation that warranted a great deal of bipartisan support in the Senate, is certainly a question that hopefully House Republicans will have to answer for.
And then just another China question on a little bit of a different subject, which is the COVID tests that are being sent out by the federal government. The Chinese company Andon Health owns iHealth, which is one of the providers. They signed a $1.3 billion contract with the Pentagon last month for these tests. Is the administration concerned about sort of both the sort of optics and messaging of sending something to Americans' homes that says made in China on it, at the same time that you're doing this thing that you consider to be a positive good for Americans, and just kind of the overall philosophy of giving federal contracts to China?
Well, I would say our objective and continues to be to increase U.S. manufacturing capacity of tests. We also needed to meet a need that we had in this country for more tests and a shortage of tests, and the understandable demand from people across this country to get tests and make them free and accessible, which required us purchasing some of those tests from China in order to meet that demand. But that doesn't change our commitment to increasing our U.S. manufacturing to ensure that we will be able to meet that demand with products made here in the United States over the course of time. Go ahead.